The history of World War II, how one conflict changed the world forever.
What if a single war could reshape the entire world? Imagine waking up to the sound of air raid sirens, seeing cities reduced to rubble, and wondering whether your family would survive another day. Between 1939 and 1945, the world experienced the deadliest conflict in human history, a war that changed borders, governments, technology, and millions of lives forever. Welcome to the channel. Today, we're exploring the complete story of World War II, from its origins to its lasting impact on the modern world. Whether you're a history enthusiast or just curious about one of history's most significant events, this episode will take you through the key moments that defined an era. Let's begin.
The road to war. To understand World War II, we have to look back at the end of World War I. In 1919, the Treaty of Versailles placed harsh penalties on Germany. The country lost territory, was required to pay massive reparations, and accepted responsibility for the war. Many Germans viewed the treaty as unfair and humiliating. During the 1920s and early 1930s, Germany struggled with economic crises, unemployment, and political instability. The Great Depression made these hardships even worse. Amid this turmoil, Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party rose to power. Hitler promised to restore Germany's economy, rebuild its military, and overturn the Treaty of Versailles. His speeches appealed to many people desperate for stability, but his government also promoted racist ideology, dictatorship, and territorial expansion. Meanwhile, Benito Mussolini's fascist government in Italy pursued its own imperial ambitions, while Japan expanded aggressively across East Asia in search of resources and influence. As these powers grew stronger, many democratic nations hoped diplomacy and concessions would prevent another global war. This policy, known as appeasement, delayed conflict, but failed to stop aggression. Everything changed on September 1st, 1939, when Germany invaded Poland. 2 days later, Britain and France declared war on Germany. World War II had begun.
Blitzkrieg and early victories. Germany introduced a military strategy called Blitzkrieg, meaning lightning war. Instead of slow-moving battles, German forces combined tanks, aircraft, and fast-moving infantry to overwhelm defenses before opponents could respond effectively. Within weeks, Poland was defeated. Soon after, Germany invaded Denmark and Norway, then Belgium, the Netherlands, and Luxembourg. By June 1940, France, one of Europe's strongest military powers, had surrendered. Only Britain remained unconquered in Western Europe. Hitler planned to invade Britain, but first Germany needed control of the skies. The Battle of Britain became one of history's first major air campaigns. For months, the Royal Air Force defended Britain against continuous bombing raids by the German Luftwaffe. Despite heavy destruction and civilian casualties, Britain refused to surrender. This marked Hitler's first major strategic setback.
A global conflict. In June 1941, Germany launched Operation Barbarossa, invading the Soviet Union. Initially, German forces advanced rapidly across Soviet territory. However, they underestimated both the size of the country and the determination of Soviet resistance. As winter arrived, freezing temperatures and supply shortages slowed the German advance. Meanwhile, on December 7, 1941, another event transformed the war. Japan attacked the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. The surprise attack damaged much of the American Pacific Fleet and led the United States to declare war on Japan. Germany then declared war on the United States. What had begun as separate regional conflicts had become a truly global war. Millions of soldiers fought across Europe, North Africa, Asia, and the Pacific. Entire civilian populations were affected by bombings, food shortages,
forced labor and displacement.
Turning the tide. The years 1942 and 1943 marked a turning point in the Pacific. The Battle of Midway significantly weakened Japan's naval power. In North Africa, Allied forces defeated Axis armies at El Alamein. Perhaps the most important battle took place in the Soviet city of Stalingrad. Months of brutal fighting left much of the city destroyed. Eventually, German forces were surrounded and forced to surrender. This defeat marked the beginning of Germany's long retreat. From that point onward, Allied forces gradually regained territory across Europe and the Pacific.
Victory and its cost. On June 6, 1944, known as D-Day, Allied troops landed on the beaches of Normandy in one of the largest amphibious operations ever conducted. The invasion opened a new front against Germany in Western Europe. As Allied armies advanced from the west and Soviet forces pushed from the east, Germany's position collapsed. Germany surrendered on May 8, 1945. The war in Europe was over. In the Pacific, fighting continued until August 1945, when the United States dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Japan announced its surrender shortly afterward, officially ending World War II on September 2, 1945. The human cost was staggering. An estimated 60 to 80 million people lost their lives. Millions more were injured, displaced, or left homeless. The Holocaust claimed the lives of approximately 6 million Jews, along with millions of other victims persecuted by the Nazi regime.
Closing thoughts. World War II transformed the modern world. It led to the creation of the United Nations, accelerated advances in medicine, aviation, and technology, and reshaped international politics for generations. The lessons of the war continue to remind us of the importance of diplomacy, international cooperation, and protecting human rights. Understanding this history helps us better understand the challenges and responsibilities we face today. Thank you for joining me for this journey through one of history's most important events. If you enjoyed this episode, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment sharing which historical event you'd like us to explore next. Until next time, thank you for listening, and take care.